But you got to explain to me why you thought it was okay after having a court date stemming from our last visit, and then within 24 hours you show up at this house to meet another young girl. Oops.
That's right. Oops, he's done it again.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Graham. Today I have a very highly requested classic episode of TCAP that I'm going to be reacting to. This one is called the Oopsie Predator. That is just what he's considered in the TCAP fandom. And this guy got caught twice, as you just saw in that intro. That was him getting caught for the second time by Chris Hansen, which I believe has only happened one other time that I've seen at least. So that's right, we are in for a very insane episode. If you guys want to support the channel, make sure you drop a like and a comment to just boost me in the algorithm a little bit, as well as consider checking out my Patreon if you want to support the channel and other ways. Other than that, let's get right on into the video, shall we?
But 8 months earlier, during our previous investigation in Riverside, California, this man, 26-year-old Michael Seibert, walked into our house.
So that's right, we're getting right on into it. Apparently this guy's been caught multiple times, and the first time was actually on the older investigation. We recognize this for sure if you've been watching the channel or you know of TCAP at all. I've reacted to a ton of episodes from this specific house, but I have a feeling they're gonna skip past most of this because it's this second interaction that really is going to be blowing our minds.
Seibert certainly had some explaining to do.
And why did you send pictures of yourself like this to her?
Oops.
Oops.
So I pretty much know why he's called the Oops Predator, because that's all he really says in response to this crazy image that Chris just showed him of something he took a little snap of for this decoy. But already I can sense this guy is not super intelligent. Not that that at all makes an excuse for what he's done. Absolutely it does not. But yeah, this guy is not the brightest bulb. What's the damn saying? I don't know. That's an old person term. Anyways, let's keep going. Great content. Let's go.
I know what I did wrong. Okay.
Okay.
It will never happen again.
Go ahead, you can leave.
So he kind of just leaves the conversation awkwardly, is like, all right, I'm never going to do this again. I get the feeling that Chris is not really hardballing him here because there is clearly something, you know, not all there for this guy mentally. So maybe that's an angle that Chris is just not comfortable grilling this guy. But I don't know. Either way, like I said, we're really skipping past this first interview. They don't show too many clips of it. I just can't believe this guy got caught again. Clearly he was lying when he said the first time that if you let him go, he's not going to ever do it again. I mean, this guy did get fully processed and interviewed by the police. He explains that he has this scar on the side of his head because of an injury that he had as a toddler, which would also explain some of the mental things that we're seeing going on with him. I don't know what it's classified under or what he's diagnosed with or anything, but you know, like I said, clearly this guy is not 100% there mentally.
Hey, come here.
Here he is.
Okay, we're not messing around with this guy. You do not let him get within 6 feet of you.
So wow, they are really on high alert. I mean, it's because this guy is clearly dangerous, and now they have absolute 100% proof that this is not his first time, which is something many of these creeps claim when they're doing these interviews with Chris Hansen here. Now, do I necessarily think he's all that dangerous? No, not really. The dude's kind of just waddling up to the door nervously. I have no idea what's going on in his head right now, but he doesn't seem like the biggest threat. It's good they're still treating it this way, though. Real quick, though, you know what is a very real threat in our world? That is your security online. That's right, people are trying to get your information left and right, and if you want to browse safely and also just not let companies know what you're doing on the internet, privacy is a great thing. Make sure to check out SURFSHARK. I have an affiliate link down in the pinned comment and the description below. You can get access to content as well that you just simply can't find in your region on streaming sites like Netflix. It has a bunch of perks for your safety online, and it really does help out the channel if you decide to give it a go. You can get up to 2 months free using my affiliate code, again down in the description or the pinned comment. Anyways, let's keep going through the video as he walks up to this house.
Just me.
Oh.
Promise, my parents are gone.
You know, you look familiar to me.
Oops.
That's right. Oops, he's done it again.
Oh, geez, dude. And this is one of the weirdest reactions. Again, just totally devoid of any actual character or humility here. This guy is just like stone-faced, oops, I messed up, like he's just getting caught by a teacher picking his butt in class or something, dude. No, this is way worse than that. You were getting caught for the second time trying to meet up with somebody half your age on the internet, which is highly against the law, as well as sent more, you know, images of himself to this decoy. It just, the list goes on, and you could tell this guy knows right from wrong. That's why I'm not going to really go easy on him in this. Also, a little side note, I forgot to include this clip, but they said that he originally was supposed to be meeting up at their investigation the day before. It was when they were doing the main investigation, but he had to reschedule. You want to know why? Because his freaking court date for the first time that he got caught by Chris Hansen was awaiting him on that day. So he just is fresh out of court. I have no idea what he got sentenced to this first time, but it probably wasn't enough, seeing as how less than 24 hours after he is showing up at this decoy house again, getting caught doing the same exact thing.
Oops, sorry.
Do you remember who I am?
Can I just go?
What are you doing here, Michael?
I'm sorry.
You were just in court on Friday, right?
And like I said, you can kind of tell Chris is going easy on this dude. Again, it is kind of a gray area, especially because they haven't really ran into this too much. There has been very dumb people out there, but this guy definitely, as he even said to the police, has some mental things that have happened to him as a result of this traumatic head injury that he got as a toddler, which is out of his control. But still, again, that does not excuse his behavior. But this dude's just saying oops over and over, thinking that's going to get him out of it, hoping that he can just, you know, go out the back door real quick. No, dude, you're getting caught a second time. You think they didn't go easy on you the first time, it's definitely not going to be any better now.
And what happened in court on Friday?
He said more time.
More time before the next court date?
Yeah, I'm sorry what I did.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, explain why or how, please. Explain what is going on in your head that made you want to do this, considering we just found out what happened in that court date. They basically said that we're going to have to reschedule and, you know, have more time for more trials later on. The whole system is terribly slow, so who knows how many months away that is. But yeah, now they're definitely going to have some new information for that case that might make the sentencing a little bit easier for this court, as they realize, hey, this guy clearly is a danger to other people, and since he's obviously not being supervised, at least with his web usage, or maybe even overall in life could help him to have some supervising. Since he's not having that, let's just lock this guy up, because clearly he can't play well with others and he needs to learn that he is breaking the law. I mean, he knows already. This guy instantly was like, sorry, oops, sorry, which goes to show that you know you did something wrong, you know what I'm saying? Even a toddler that can't speak knows when they're in trouble, just because you can pick up on those clues and your brain naturally very well knows those instincts of what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be.
And then, within 24 hours, you show up at this house to meet another young girl. What are you thinking about?
And this dude's just rubbing his head while Chris is going on about how idiotic his actions are. I don't know if this dude's just trying to process or he's overstimulated or something, but dude, you gotta start speaking, please, because you dug yourself a pretty big hole here that you can slightly get out of if you try to explain yourself or maybe say something other than oops, but you know, you're really not making a good effort here.
I know it.
You know what you said online, right?
Yeah.
How old is this girl?
Don't know.
Teen. She told you she was 13.
And he comes up with the same idiotic excuse that all these other jerks use.
Yeah, and I told her to go away. She keeps eyeing me back.
Which is, she kept messaging me. I don't know how they think in their brains that that excuses their actions at all. You know, if you find someone's credit card on the floor and then you start charging up things on it, you're still committing fraud. It doesn't mean that just because the card kept running and it kept working at the point of sale machine that it's fine. No, that's literally like the same exact situation. Just because this person messages you back, maybe they don't know it's against the law because, you know, again, they're young enough to where they might not know, but it's just idiotic to say, well, she kept messaging me back, so how can I get in trouble? You know, I'm just following up on my natural instincts. If anything, that makes you sound 10,000 times creepier.
We had this very same conversation in Riverside, California. Do you remember that? And right then, you told me that you knew this was wrong.
I know.
And that you would never, ever do it again.
And that's a great point. Even in the first interaction, the guy instantly said, I know I'm in the wrong. This guy just flat out admitted that he knows he's breaking the law. That's why I'm glad that they treated him the same way they treat all the other creeps in the first investigation. And I'm guessing he is going to be awaiting police once again in this one. No way they let him walk.
And that turned out to be a lie, didn't it, Michael?
I promise this time, if you rip it up, I'll never come back.
And dude just like, yeah, if you just cut up that paper and throw away all the evidence, I promise I won't do it again. Yes, that's exactly what I told you last time, but please believe me this time, all right? I said oops like 10 times. Clearly I'm apologetic. I'm rubbing my eyes in stress. Just let me go, all right?
But if he appears to be a sad case, you should know that according to Justice, Seibert has had chats with at least 3 other decoys.
And just take it from Chris right there. Did you hear what he just said? P Justice, the company that works with him and law enforcement to make this show happen, the ones that are actually employing the chats, the people doing the chats, I should say, and the decoys and everything, they have had him in 3 separate conversations just since this investigation's been going on. So clearly this guy, again, needs some serious supervision because he is a menace to society at this point.
What was the used in the assault?
Bat.
And who did you go after with the bat? Some guy? Is there anything else you want to tell me, Michael?
whoa, 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 and then they glaze over this. Also another reason to just show that this guy is kind of a danger. Not kind of, that's very understating it. He has had an assault charge with a straight up bat. Dude's running around like he's Harley Quinn or something, bro. Like, what is going on here? Chris just doesn't really press questions on that because he could tell the guy's stressed. But no, I want to hear more about this whole assault situation. Because yeah, if that already happened and he's been caught twice and has been speaking to 3 other decoys in the same investigation, lock this freaking dude up.
But I'm going to remind you that I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing another story.
I know I did wrong.
You can go. You can go right now.
So now it's time for him to go. The cameras come out, the hands go up and stress around his face again, and he admits, he screams this time, I know what I did wrong. This guy is just burying himself a deeper and deeper hole. And before I watched this, I'm going to be honest, I knew about this case for a long time. The reason I didn't cover it is because I thought it would be kind of, you know, more difficult to react in an objective way with him having these mental issues. You know, I don't want to feel like I'm just ganging up on the guy, but no, look at this whole thing just objectively. This dude is absolutely a monster, and I'm glad he's getting locked up a second time. Hopefully now this future court date is going to be much more serious in terms of the sentencing, because they realize this dude is, like I said, an absolute menace and a danger to society.
His lawyer says Seibert has severe mental issues.
Is that a defense in any way in this case?
In my mind, no, it's not a defense.
And you hear the police being interviewed here after he gets taken away in cuffs. In their eyes, it's not really enough of an excuse, especially when you think of the detail of the chat. That's something I didn't go into, but this guy clearly knows what he's talking about, what he's requesting. Every step of the way he could have corrected himself, and although I do think he needs some absolute supervision if he's going to be existing in society, you know, and be a productive member of it, I don't think any of that excuses what he's done, and it sounds like the law enforcement doesn't either. So let me know what you thought of this story down in the comments below. Do you think I went too hard on this guy? Hopefully you agree that after you hear he's, you know, had that whole bad incident and has done this multiple times, he's just an absolute danger. I've said that 1,000 times this video, and I'm going to continue to think it, but let me know what you think as always, as well as check out the Patreon. Thank you so much to this month's Grim Squad Overlord and the other amazing supporters over there. You guys are awesome. I feel like I've said this for like 5 videos in a row, but dude, just subscribe, all right? We're trying to hit 1 mil, let alone 700K. That's the next obstacle in the way, and we're less than 500 subs away from that. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching until the very end. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one, and until then, peace out.